Hi guys, welcome back to Metienne vlogs. Today I'm coming to you with a video on how to manage excessive saliva in pregnancy. For those of you who are new, I've already shared a video about my extreme first trimester symptoms that I went through, and one of them were excessive saliva in my mouth. I'm telling you, it was a strangle, like guys, it was bad. Many women go through this, but not everyone. So some of you, if you've gone through this, or if you know someone who goes through this, these are tips that are going to be helpful because they've worked for some people and one of them has worked out for me. So stay tuned and let's get to know the tips. So when I say excessive saliva, I mean like in one day, you actually spit more than 1 cup of saliva, like a lot of saliva, let's say 500 milliliters of saliva. So of course you can't go spitting around, in town and everywhere else. It's uncomfortable for you and for other people. So one of the things that you can do, and that I did at the very start, I took a cup and a straw, and I'm going to be showing you practically. I had this cup and this straw, and then I put it inside. So when I go to class or I go to anywhere else, let's say church or wherever, I pretend like I'm sipping, but the reality is I am spitting. What you can do, you can put tissue inside so that when you spit inside, it actually absorbs that saliva. Guys, I'm telling you, this is a struggle because at the end of the day, I could actually collect 1 full cup, this whole cup of saliva. And it happens to so many women, it's not me alone. So the first thing you can do, even before you figure out what will work for you, get a cup, get a straw, go to work, do your usual work at home or wherever, at least comfortably by not spitting everywhere. One of the other ways, instead of a cup and a straw, you can actually buy something like this. It usually comes with a straw. This is for kids. For those of you who have kids, you use this to put them juice or water when they're going to school, and it has its own straw. So I threw away the straw because it became very dirty. Actually, it becomes very dirty because the saliva is not just pure saliva. It's saliva mixed with mucus. I know it's gross, but that's life. That's pregnancy. So we just have to call it the way it is. So when you buy that one, it's simpler because it's not falling off. It has this cover, You can still put tissue inside so that it absorbs some of that saliva, and then you empty it and wash it, and then the next day, life goes on. So after you've bought this, the next step is to try to manage, to find out, is there a way I can now avoid having excess saliva? What you can do, and this has worked for some people, you buy, this one is lollipop or mint, okay? So I tried, both of these did not work for me, but there are so many women who testified that it worked for them. For me, I remember I did lollipops. It worked for maybe like for some time, but then my mouth started having blisters on top, so it couldn't work anymore. And then at some point, it was even irritating to swallow the sweetness of that saliva. So unfortunately, I had to stop. And also mint, some people say the mint feeling, it makes the saliva kind of disappear. Those didn't work for me, but try it out, it might work for you. Now, the other thing that has worked for many people is sipping water. Just try as much as possible, avoid spitting, and then sip water instead. So when you feel like you want to spit, try to swallow it quickly before it comes and fills up your mouth. Because the problem usually is when it's a whole lot in your mouth, it's not even possible, it's gross for you to swallow. So try as much as possible to sip as quickly as possible, to swallow as quickly as possible, and then keep drinking water. But if you are very sick, like in my case where even water could not stay in my stomach, that one was not even a solution. Because water can't stay, saliva can't stay, so that also did not work for me. The good news is I finally found something that worked for me when I got to around 12, 13, 14 weeks. That's when I was able to get some relief from this excessive saliva. So what I did, I bought tamarind. I'll put for you a picture so that you know what tamarind is. For those of you who understand Swahili, it's called mkwaju. So what I did, I take the mkwaju, I remove the hard part, I put it in my mouth, I suck the sweet part, then the seed remains. So I'll keep the seed in my mouth and just keep sucking on it and then it helps me to naturally swallow the saliva as if I'm like sucking a sweet or something. And the seed is not so big, so it's not irritating, and it's also not small, and it's not possible for me to bite it, because some people they say dried fruits, but the problem with dried fruits is that you get the temptation to chew. Then once you chew, you swallow, and it's not working anymore. Yeah, so for the tamarind, you just eat. Maybe when you feel like that seed is becoming too irritating, you take a new tamarind, sip on it. I'm telling you, it worked for me miracles. When I started it, after 1 week of using tamarind, my saliva was gone. I was just naturally swallowing the way I am right now. I'm not using tamarind anymore. I'm not using anything. I'm just drinking water frequently. So guys, I hope one of these tips works for you. Please make sure you share these videos, because many women need it. Many women need it. It's a struggle to get such information. Like, I was just everywhere. I was asking people, I was on YouTube, I was on Google trying to find out, and eventually I found something that worked for me. I hope to see you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe so that you can be notified of the next upload. And of course, like the video, leave me a comment, give me some encouragement so that I can bring you many more videos. See you in the next one. Bye bye.